Bismillah. Alright. Peace, everyone. Let's see. Put this on. Peace. I see you on YouTube. And we're going. I hope the sound is okay this time. Let me see. Peace, everyone. Just getting started, so just waiting till more people come in. Greta says, good evening, sister. I won't be on the whole time, but I wanted to say hi. And what are we drinking tonight? Peace, my sister. Thank you for stopping by anyway. I appreciate it. I am drinking on that cranberry. That good cranberry. It's cranberry water. I dilute it to stretch it. Yup. How was the sound on Instagram? Last week, the speaker was too close to the phone, and so the background music was a bit disruptive in a way. Is it better today? Can somebody on Instagram let me know? Okay. Peace, Sister Kalima. Alright. Let's see what's going on Facebook. Peace for Kresalasi. Peace, peace. Peace, Ekram. Thank you, Sister Kalima. I really appreciate your help. Making sure everything is fine. We can wait a couple of minutes and then, open this thing up in the right way, which is in prayer, giving thanks to our Creator. Hi, Savante. Hi, Ruthie. I'm looking at my Instagram comments on another screen because it's closer to me. And praise be to Allah for that, because I'm happy I'm able to see you all now everywhere. So we are live, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Are my levels fine everywhere? Can you hear me fine in the YouTube world and Facebook? That girl asked, do you still sing? I do. I sing all the time. I sing at home, but God willing, I'll be singing in a more public fashion soon. Peace, peace. All right. Peace, Evans. Good to see you here. Ruthie says, literally been following you since YouTube. That's awesome. I'm actually also streaming live on YouTube right now. Yes, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Very interesting. Addie G22 says, good evening. Good evening, my brother. We're just about to open up in prayer. Oh. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Oh Allah, we thank you for the opportunity to witness and experience your marvelous creation, and for allowing us to come together for a higher purpose, rising above the chaos of this wicked world. May we be uplifted, find balance, and get grounded. We thank you, we love you, we praise you in your holy and righteous name. Amen. Peace, everyone. Welcome back to Zewdy Zen Zone. If this is your first time here, welcome. I am Zewdy, curator of the Zen, and this is just a virtual sacred space where we come and talk about different topics to help us focus on positive thinking, especially during these troubling times. And it's been great. This is episode 30, which is kind of wild to think about. Like, I've really been doing this for 30 weeks since the early part of the pandemic, really. So it's interesting. Oh, thank you, Nadik. He says levels are great on IG too. Praise be to Allah. Yes, I'm very happy about that. But yeah, I guess, that's the gist of things here. Got started during the pandemic, and I'm really happy with the Zen Zone community that we are building here. Thank you for joining us. And how's everybody doing? How has your week been? Is everybody okay, with the way things are going? The world is shutting down in certain places once again. And I just pray that everybody is doing okay and maintaining, as I'm striving to do myself. Awesome. I have a couple of things on my mind that I want to talk about. And I think the first thing I want to get into is, at first, I was thinking about when you're on a spiritual journey or having like a spiritual awakening, or just trying to better yourself and grow and evolve in some way, shape, or form, how sometimes it can be really lonely and difficult because of the misunderstanding of the people around you, and sometimes it can be discouraging. And I was having a conversation about that. Well, I mentioned it to a very good friend of mine, and he showed me that the topic is a lot more broad than I was originally thinking of it. That it can be applied to not just when you're trying to better yourself in that way, or on a spiritual journey, but when you're trying to do something, like when you're really trying to do something, make something happen, whether that's start a business, establishing things, how difficult it can be at times because of the outside. People misunderstand, and if they've never seen it done before, they cast doubt, oftentimes really from a place of self. They're projecting, because maybe they don't believe in themselves personally, and because of that, they will cast doubt on you when they see you trying to do something. And I guess sometimes there is the intention of, people operating from a place of fear, and so out of their fear of maybe seeing you fail, or the fear of the unknown, they try to protect you by discouraging you from going for it. And it's really sad that happens often. And then, of course, there are some people who are envious and don't want to see you grow. They don't want to see you shine. They don't want to see you successful. And so you have those people. And sometimes, unfortunately, those people are closer to you than you would like it to be. But all praise is due to Allah. You know. Let me see. I see some comments on Instagram. Alhamdulillah. Happy episode 30. Thank you, my sister. Sister Kalima says, I love your spirit, sis. I've been just trying to stay in prayer and meditation. Hey, that's some of the best things that we can do during this time. I see Sister Greta says, blessed and highly favored in the middle of the madness. Yes, ma'am. Praise be to Allah. To God be the glory. Jenna says, great to be in the Zen zone. It's good to have you here, my sister. Greta says, very true. Not everybody is going to be on the same page as you. What? Fear projection is real and sometimes unknowing. Princess from the East says, you're so beautiful. Thank you. I'm just a reflection of you, my sister. And I truly, wholeheartedly mean that. Thank you. Okay, let's see what's going on Facebook. Oh, peace. I got all these screens and stuff. Oh, thank you. Masaret says, how matured you are. Praise be to Allah. That's a good thing. You know, I want to grow. I want to mature. I'm striving to be a woman, you know, adulting and all that kind of stuff. So thank you. All praise is due to Allah, and I thank my parents for that, and I thank my teachers who have helped me mature relatively rapidly, and especially in the last 7 years, in a spiritual sense. I'm so thankful. Thank you for that. Let's see. MashaAllah, MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Peace, peace. Beware is in the building. Okay. So, let me go back to Instagram because I need to see y'all too. Sister Kalima says, you would make a great auditor. You know, that's interesting. Maybe I'll consider that. I need to be audited my damn self, to be honest. Excuse me, but I do. Oh Lord, been through so much. Yeah. So I personally have experienced that sort of thing as I was striving to change my life. You know, I was going through a lot of different things. Very low-spirited, unhappy, dissatisfied with my love life, which took an inordinate amount of space in my experience in life. It was like so that's a problem in and of itself. Then unhappy with the way things were happening within my career at the time. There was just a lot, and I knew that I needed to change my life, and I needed to make a lot of changes in order to get out of the state I was in, but I really didn't know, what to do. And so but what I did know was that I needed God, and I needed to know God, because for those of you who don't know, grew up atheist, didn't believe in God, and so I didn't have that spiritual foundation. So anyway, when I started to get into Islam through the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, under the leadership and guidance of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, I was learning so many things about myself, about God, about the world, and really striving to implement what I was learning, apply what I was learning, clean up my life. And there were some people who really didn't understand. Some close to me, and others, being somewhat of a public figure, people would see, they would recognize certain changes, and I wanted the changes to be real, not just a surface level thing, not just looking like I changed for the masses or whoever's watching. I really, truly, honestly, sincerely, deeply, earnestly wanted to grow and change my life. And so I was doing what I could, and everything reflected that. The way that I dress, the things that I would post, and I did receive backlash as well as doubt from, people in my past trying to get under my skin, trying to start pointless arguments about my beliefs and what I was doing with my life. And even some family members were just really unsure and somewhat concerned. And that's another thing I want to mention. Like, there's a difference between somebody being concerned for you and speaking to you out of that sincere concern. There's a difference between that and people who do not want to see you change because they're so used to the version of you who you've been that's comfortable for them. And some people, unfortunately, do not want to see you change. It'll make them uncomfortable. It'll make them feel a lot of that self-projection will happen, that self-accusing spirit. Sometimes people think that because you are changing and growing that now you're going to judge them, or and then some people don't want to see you doing better than them or doing more than them, and so they'll say things to try to discourage you, and sometimes in a very subtle way. Like, they won't be an outright enemy, the very obvious, but they will say things that will like dropping these little negative seeds to gradually cause you to second guess yourself and doubt yourself and that sort of thing. And it sucks, especially when it comes from people that you care about, that you love. But the thing is, you really have to tune all of that stuff out and not care so much about what other people think or say. And that's really on either end of the stick. Like, it's great to get encouragement and positive feedback and stuff like that, and that is awesome. It's it's supportive, but even with that, you want to be sure that you're not doing things seeking that. You're not I don't know if y'all can hear Jasper in the background. You're not acting out of that place where you are, trying to make people proud in that sense, or trying to show people. So, as a believer in God, in Allah, I strive to make His pleasure my number one priority. So it doesn't matter what this person or that person thinks or says. If what I'm doing is pleasing to God, then that's really all that matters. If it's pleasing to God and is something that is helping me to better myself, put myself in a better position, then really to hell with the opinions of others. And so prayer is definitely something that helps, to establish and strengthen your connection to the Creator, to the God. And oh yeah, by the way, the sounds today are they include the frequency, the solfeggio frequency 963 hertz, which is associated and resonates with the crown chakra. And if you would like to know more about the crown chakra through me, this weekend, Saturday, I will be a part of an online event, Level Up with Chakra Healing, which is being hosted by my beloved sister Allison Muhammad, the Sacred Love Academy, and I am going to be the crown chakra facilitator. So I'll be talking about that more. If you would like to know more about that, it's happening Saturday, but I'm going to post the flyer on YouTube, because you can do the timeline stuff now, posts. So I'm going to do it on YouTube, I'm going to post it on Facebook, and then I'm going to put it on Instagram as well. Level Up with Chakra Healing this Saturday. So I'm really excited about that. And crown chakra, Zewdy means crown, so yeah. All right, let me see. Peace, Melilo, King Neezy. Okay. Did you grow up atheist, or was that your choice? I grew up that way. I was not religious at all. Wasn't raised like that. Didn't grow up going to church or anything. That was the way that I was raised, and I chose Islam because that was what spoke to me and what made the most sense to me and really resonated with my spirit. Oh, Sister Kalima says, wow, you are an angel born from your submission and pressure, and that's beautiful. Praise be to Allah. I'm striving, and every day, nowhere near perfect, but I'm on my way to a better version of myself in perpetuity. Yes. All right. Let me see what's going on Facebook. Are you still singing? Yes. That's the short answer. Hi, everyone. It's a little difficult to see my Facebook comments because for whatever reason it's not showing everything at once, but it's okay. I think it's showing the most recent ones at the top right now, so it'll work. On YouTube, Greta says, yes, God first and everything else will fall into place. It's so true. It's so true. And it's not too hard. You just got to keep striving every day. Every day. It's consistency, Cosmos says, peace and blessings. Malcolm X was the epitome of what he stand for, wisdom. Zabib says, learning about the crown from the crown. Nice. You feel me? Okay. Oh. Cosmo said, what's up? I'm live with them right now. Peace to the gods. Saeed says, I'm very proud. Oh, praise be to Allah. All right. Yeah. Moving forward with this subject. There are always going to be naysayers and doubters. In a perfect world, everyone would support everyone, but we don't live in that world. we live in a contrary world. And, we just got to do the best that we can with what we know, what we have. And, there are people who will support you and people that you can work with. So it really is important to connect and link up with like-minded individuals, because we strengthen each other. We help each other. We support each other. We go through similar things. We have similar ways of thinking and feeling. And so it really, it's really incumbent upon us to do that. And, I thank Allah so much because I do have a very good support system. I have good friends that I can reach out to help me with what I'm striving to do in my life, whether that's the spiritual aspect of my life, the business aspect of my life, and to be very honest, I could do a better job with reaching out, and I know we talked about that in a previous episode, as far as that sort of thing, reaching out to people, because there are people in your life who want to help you, and I know that for a fact, and I know that what I'm striving to do, I can't do it alone. So I have to. I gotta reach out to my brothers and my sisters. And when I do, I always have more of a deeper feeling of inspiration, because my friends, they're so brilliant. And when they share their ideas with me or their feedback, suggestions, it's like, wow, like, you really know your stuff. And so, yeah, it's just so beautiful to know, like, you're not alone and people want to help you. You just gotta humble all the way down and reach out and ask for help. Don't worry about being a burden. Don't worry about that sort of thing. And that also is something that helps to deal with the opposition that you may be experiencing and facing. So, yup. Young Suse, I don't know if I'm saying that properly, says, you're fortunate. A lot of us don't have a support system or friends. Yeah, I'm fortunate. I am very blessed to have that. And I'm sorry to hear that. But even if you have one person or one or two people that you can talk to, I mean, it's a sad thing to know, like, there are people who don't have that, but you always have God. And that is something, that I think I come to realize more and more every day. It's like, that if you're a believer and you believe and you know that God is always with you, God is there. But I think it really isn't until you are all alone, suffering with something or struggling with something, and even if you do have a support system, there are some things that people may not be able to help you with, that only God can do, that only when you go to Him can help you, can really console you and comfort you. And of course, God works through people, so when you pray to Him, the way that He answers your prayers oftentimes is through other people. But when we make our prayers and, for help, assistance, whatever it is, we should be mindful as we're living our lives, going about our day, really taking into consideration who's around us, being present during all of our interactions and different things. You know, I know things are really different now because we're not socializing in the physical like we once were. At least we shouldn't be. I hope y'all are not socializing out there, because listen, I know a lot of people think a lot of different things. Some people still think it's a hoax. Some people think it's not that big of a deal. Personally, I would rather be safe than sick and sorry and dead. So I'm doing what I can to preserve my life and protect the lives of those whom I come in contact with, especially because I am around very young children, and I would hate to bring something to them. Like, just thinking about it makes me emotional. Like, it would be very hard for me to forgive myself, if I could, if I brought something to them out of my recklessness or my negligence, my carelessness. So yeah, I know that it's serious, and that regardless of what they're saying, there's so much that we don't know about COVID, that it's better to really take the precautions that we can. You know, I see a lot of people saying, oh, everybody's sheep for this and that, but it's like, I mean, I've seen several situations where people early on in the pandemic were mocking what was being said on the news and stuff, and then they ended up getting it and passing away. And it's like, you know, why would you even want to mock something like that? We don't know all the information. We don't know the truth about what's being reported, but many of us do know people who have contracted the virus, and some of us know people who have passed away from it. So, you know, it's, some people are we have to think for the whole. You know, some people just are thinking about themselves and their convenience and their comfort of just living life how they want to. And I've even seen people say, if I die, I die. And it's like, okay, but you go around other people, and if you contract it and go around these other people, then it's not just you who suffers. So, you know, I just pray that people will have more compassion for one another and can think for more than just themselves in that regard. So, I'm looking at the comments. Aw, Cosmo says to Zabib, talking about me, your sister is very, very, very articulate, a blessed princess, and you're a future goddess. Peace and blessings. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, because I wonder often if I'm articulating myself in a way that's clear, really, like, you know, understandable, concise and stuff, because I have so many thoughts at times. Rabab asks, Zewdy, Jasper is hungry. He's not hungry. He has eaten, and he is trying to be a spoiled cat because I feed him, and sometimes he acts like he doesn't want to eat the food that I put out there, but then he'll go downstairs to my sister and eat her cat's food. Cats. Oh, now he's actually sleeping. I'm looking at him now. He's lying on the armrest of a couch. Sleep. Just that quick, you know. Just a few minutes ago, he was begging for whatever, and then he said, forget this. I'm going to bed. Abebe Beso Bella on Instagram. I cannot understand Amariña, so I don't know what you said. I have no clue. I'm sorry. You got the Amharic font, and I don't know what you're saying. Abe says get a dog. Why would I get a dog? For what? I'm good with my cat. Okay. But yeah. So if you have any comments or questions about what we were discussing in regards to, trying to do something and all that jazz with the naysayers and stuff, please feel free. If you have any experiences with that sort of thing, if that's relevant to your life right now, feel free to share. I just want to encourage you to stay focused. This is a time where we really, especially now, it's a time where we should be figuring out how to better ourselves spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, economically, all that stuff. And we really can't afford to let what other people say or think affect us and hinder us. It's never worth it. But the time that we're living in now is really demanding of us to boss up. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure it out myself. But something that helps me push through and endure is thinking about my journey so far. I'm a very introspective, reflective person, and I'm only 30, but I've lived a lot of life in these 30 years, and I often reflect on things, on the journey, on how I used to be and where I am now and what it took to get here. And I'm so thankful and I'm pleased. I pray that Allah is pleased. But I'm pleased, and I'm a bit proud of myself. Not in an inordinate way, but in a way where it's like, Zewdy, like, look what Allah has allowed for you to do. Look what Allah has been able to show you about yourself. Things that you never, you couldn't even imagine. And even the things that you do imagine, seeing it manifest. It's a blessing, and that's something that helps me move forward and have confidence in Allah and in myself that I can do this. I can do whatever this is. I can do it with His help. And I pray that something I said is helpful and beneficial, encouraging, inspiring. And if you have not heard it from anybody else, I believe in you and I am proud of you. And yeah, just be true to yourself and get clear, get focused on what it is that you want to do. What it is that you are striving to do. Sometimes I guess it can be difficult because people don't always know their purpose in life, and the things that help you to learn your purpose. Of course, prayer, because when you pray and you're mindful, you'll see things. But also in the things that you are interested in, the things that you incline towards, the things that you are naturally gifted in, and things that you are deeply interested in. Those are hints. They can give you hints and glimpses into your purpose, your reason for being, the reason that Allah brought you here and created you. And I can't say that I know fully what that is for me, but I do feel very strongly and think and believe that it has to do with helping people, music, my voice, and then there are some other things. I can't say definitively, but I'm very much interested in health and wellness and alternative natural remedies, medicines, and stuff like that. And so I do believe that there's something to that. I believe that my purpose is to help the healing of our people. And but everything starts with self, and that's what we're focused on. Self-improvement is the basis for community development. And I've always got to shout that out. The study guides from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. I usually have it on hand, but I'm looking at it across the room. But yeah, and it's not a selfish thing. It is a self thing, but when you hear that, for example, self-improvement is the basis for community development, you're bettering yourself so that you could be better for yourself, for your family, your community, your people, your nation. That's what I'm striving to do. Of course, I want to be better for myself. I want to put myself in a better position to be able to take care of myself in the various ways that I desire. But also, while doing that, I want whatever I'm doing to be of service to my people. I want what I do to be something productive, constructive, and just more than folly, more than entertainment. I know that I can be an entertaining person, but I want to be informative and useful, really productive. I forgot to mention, but it's not too late. I want to shout out Dale Mollenhauer for his monetary donation, as well as Laketrick. I hope that I'm saying your name correctly, brother Laketrick. If you're watching, aka Golden God, I thank you for your monetary donations. If anybody is interested in doing that, on YouTube, all of the ways are in the description. It's not on Instagram. It's in the description of the Facebook event, but I'm on Cashapp, PayPal, Venmo, all that good stuff. Thank you very much. Moving right along, let's see what the people are saying in here. Rabab, what? You're funny. Some things are going on YouTube. My sister Jenna says, you should be proud. You are doing it. Praise be to Allah. Thank you, my sister. Thank you. Corey Palmer says, Zewdy! Hi. Abebe says, you should learn it. It's your language after all. I should. I really should. It's not a priority, but I would like to know my language. Astral Healing Arts says, your life is yours to live. Our choices define our destiny. We must choose our own path. I mean, no one can walk that road for us. It's true. Alewiya, I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Alewiya Muhammad says, my beautiful Muslim sister, you are such an inspiration. Alhamdulillah. Thank you, my sister. I appreciate that. Sweetest Memory 89 says, thank you for this. Your energy is absolutely beautiful. I appreciate that. I'm happy that I'm doing something to help. Are you only limited to marriage with only members of the Nation of Islam? I can marry who I choose, but that is what I would like. Oh my God, Zewdy, I love you. I love you, babes. I've been following you for years. Positive person. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in today. Okay. All right. And let me check Facebook real quick. Amazing. She was musician. Hey, I still am a musician. Okay, I'm getting it together. You know, that is what I want to do. One of the things that I want to do with my life is still music because I love music. It's probably my first love and something that is hard to really explain in words what music means to me. Please excuse me. I love music very much. And I know everybody loves music, but it's just such a healing modality. Well, it has the potential to be that. It also has the potential to be a destructive thing, you know. And I would love to use music in a way that is healing, because I know what it has done for many people. I know what it has done for me personally. Please excuse me. I did not expect to get emotional like this. Oh my God. For those wondering, it's cranberry water. Oh goodness. Who is that? Kaija? Oh, thank you. Kaija sent me £5 on YouTube. That's pretty cool. I appreciate that so much. Oh, goodness. Anyway. What a time. Well, excuse me. I'll be wrapping this thing up pretty soon. We got a little more than 10 minutes left in this thing. But, you know, your feedback, your comments, questions are always welcomed, always encouraged. If you have anything you want to share regarding what we spoke on today. What's up, the war on SJWs? I see you in the building. I live in Georgia, United States. Oh, somebody asked me where I live. Helen. And it was raining today. It started raining in my area probably like a little, maybe an hour before the Zen Zone. And Nadik had was saying something about that, like the vibe, and that's what I was thinking too. Like it was just such the perfect ambiance. Although you can't hear the rain, but it just helped to set the tone before getting started in the Zen Zone today. For those of you tuning in right now, where are you all located? Or how old are you? Matter of fact, ASL, you know what I'm saying? Age, sex, location. I want to see that in the comments, please. And feel free to share your name as well. So, Zewdy, 30, female, Georgia, United States. The Warren SJW says, I saw you get emotional. It sounds like music saved your life. Yeah. In a sense, I could say that. Because if it wasn't for music, I wouldn't be on the path that I'm on now. I don't know what. I have no idea what my life would look like without music. Honestly. Like, not just listening to music, but loving music and wanting that as a career path. I have no idea what my life would look like, because that was really what I wanted to be all my life. So, and I still do intend to do that. Figuring things out. But yeah, I would say music saved my life, because music, man, I thank Allah for music and the journey that music has taken me on. I have a lot of interesting experiences, and I met a lot of amazing people, because of music. So I'm just thankful. It did save my life in some ways. Okay, we got Baltimore in the building, Jersey in the building, London in the building, Atlanta. All right, let me check Facebook. Oh, hey y'all. Somebody said you should keep doing music, and God willing, I will. I'm in the process of acquiring equipment to be able to do things at home, and so so far some of the monetary donations that I've received from the Zen Zone have gone towards that. So I got a few things, praise be to Allah, and I intend to really do it, like do this thing. Trinidad, okay, we are out here. Alawiya says, I really wish I knew you in person. I'm Ethiopian woman and I love music so much. I think I am a good listener. It is just that I don't sing, unlike you. Maybe you do have a good ear, and I mean, music is one of those universal languages that everyone enjoys music, and there's so many kinds of music that speaks to everyone. It's beautiful. ATL, New York, the Bronx, New York. Hey, I see my sis, Cess Fearless. Broken Riku says, hey, Zewdy. Hey. Hi. I really love to see y'all interact with one another in the chats, because I really, I love this community that we're building, and it's just good to see, we're all here for the same purpose, I hope. Well, I'm here to help bring some peace into your space. And some people are coming seeking peace, and I pray that I can help supply that. But when I see you interacting with each other and just, speaking positively towards one another and encouraging one another, it's like, that's what the Zen Zone is all about. It's us coming together, helping each other, supporting each other during these difficult times. A lot of people are in high stress environments with the lockdowns and the homeschooling and people being furloughed, unemployment, all that kind of stuff. It's hard. It's difficult times. And so this space is being held for everyone to come and decompress. You can chill and focus your mind on positive things despite the negativity outside of us, So I appreciate seeing y'all. Ohio in the building too. Okay, I see you. The War on SJW says, you often remark that you changed your life. One day, I would like to hear about the dark place you were in, if you care to share. Oh yes, I would love to share, because I have a testimony, and I know my testimony is not over, but I do believe that what I can share will be beneficial to those who may be in a similar place or that can relate. And I do intend to share it. Probably it'll be on YouTube, most likely, because I have some plans for my YouTube channel. So I will share. I'm gonna share my journey so far. Simone says, I'm trying to stay positive, but God knows it's hard. Yeah, God knows. God knows it's hard. God knows best. He knows it all. He knows what we are dealing with, what we are experiencing. But He doesn't lay a burden on a soul that can't bear it. They just keep calling on Him and asking Him to strengthen you. That's what I'm doing. And here I am. Praise be to Allah. It's difficult. Very difficult times. I haven't seen my family in a long time because of this pandemic. And I miss them very much. But it's worth the wait, because I don't want to risk anything. I don't want, I just want us all to be safe and healthy and well. And we have technology. So make do with what we can, what we have, but I really miss my family. Okay. It's Mimi says, I still blast, I don't want to wait. For real? That's what's up. Helen says, I wish we have a place we can meet up and share some things. And she said, on a Zoom. That might be something to implement sometime in the future. I think that's a great idea, Helen. Because I really do enjoy coming together with you all. And it would be cool to be able to see more, see people. So that's something that I will consider for something in the future. Thank you for that. It's Mimi says, God places us where we need to be at every moment. Lessons to be learned each and every day. Yes. Amen. It's true. And, the difficulties, the trials, they purify us. And having that mind state, knowing that God places where we need to be, it really does help when we experience things that are unpleasant, seemingly unfortunate. really trying to see God's hand in it. And, you know, oftentimes we're not able to see it immediately or outright. Oftentimes we see things in retrospect. But to have that in mind, like wondering, what is God trying to show me? What can I learn from this difficulty, from this experience? That having that in your mind really helps. It really helps. Knowing that there really is a purpose for the things that are happening. Some people don't believe that. And that's unfortunate. Because there are so many things that we cannot readily understand. And things that seem so, you know, unbelievable or unnecessary. But, you know, we're emotional beings, and it's difficult to see at times what the God sees. I mean, at a lot of times. And that's why we must seek assistance through patience and prayer. And in time, if it's meant for us to understand, then we will. And I can say that for a lot of things in my life, that when I experienced it, or when I was experiencing it, I didn't fully understand why. But in retrospect, I could see and be like, I would have never thought of that. I would have never known that this happened so that this thing could happen, and how it affected things the long term, you know. Thad says late but here. You know, better late than never. Tejani. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna try to say this correctly. Tajianai. Let me know if I said that correctly. Wa alaikum salam. They say you are glowing radiantly. Praise be to Allah. I've had some water today. Arcane Wolf says, I remember when we talked on Tumblr. Those were the days. Oh boy, Tumblr days. Those were the days, I'm not gonna lie. Like, Tumblr was mad fun. Helen asks, are you Ethiopian? Yes, my mother is Ethiopian and my father is Eritrean. Afawork says, you are in the hearts of Ethiopians with that music. Oh, the music you wore, the traditional dress. Thank you. That song, Into the Night, really blasted me off, especially in Ethiopia. I'm very thankful for that. Hikmi asks, are you Muslim? Indeed I am. Alhamdulillah. Alright, y'all. That's about it. We're a little over the time, but it's okay. You know, I really appreciate being here with you all. Helen asks, what's your skin routine? I love it. Thank you. My skin routine, I'm going to soon have a video for that, which will be on my YouTube channel soon, insha'Allah, God willing, so that you can see everything that I do. And Hikmi asks, do you speak Amharic? Tinish bicha. Yene maringa toro አይደለም. Tinish bicha. That's all I can say more, but not that much. The War on SJW says, thanks for the positive vibes, Minister Z. Praise be to Allah. Daraja says, I like your choice, what you are doing. Thank you. Thank you. You know, I just want to do what God wants me to do, and I may not know what that is at all times. I may not know exactly what that looks like, but I know what I'm able to do in uplifting people and sharing, my experience that may help someone else. And so, things are falling into place slowly but surely. And yeah. Alright, before I go, I want to remind you all again to please check my pages. It'll be on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube for the event I mentioned earlier, Level Up with Chakra Healing. I will be the Crown Chakra Facilitator. It's happening Saturday, November 28th. It'll be virtual, so look out for the flyer, and I will also direct you to the link for that if you're interested. But anyway, this has been a wonderful, beautiful time with you all. I thank you for your energy, your presence, your attention, your participation. It means very much to me to be able to come before you like this and be able to share with one another. And I look forward to seeing you again, visiting with you again, insha'Allah. And yeah. Thank you so much for being here. And I pray that you receive the love that I am blasting out to y'all right now. We are now exiting the Zen Zone. Peace. Exiting the Zen Zone. Peace.